Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there to 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jalen Ramsey.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
This is Mostert. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Rams nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 25-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run this with Akers. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Newton on 3rd down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Niners' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 48 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Akers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second down. Newton. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Rams on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton. The throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Going up top for Kupp. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Niners 21, Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Down. 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 38 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll run here with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now a run with Akers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 2, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Nfgl Roby-Coleman there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Operating from the gun. Newton looking underneath. He's got Akers.
Newton's pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep playing.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Rams, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't.
There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. All day, dog.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
117. Single.
To throw on second down is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Garyon Conley. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the 49ers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.